Hello and welcome to Bermingham Cameras Online. I'm Jules Call.
And I'm Brian Whelan.
Watch out, Anne Doyle. Brian and I are here with the August update video to let you know all that is happening in store in Bermingham Cameras. But before we get into all the exciting announcements, a reminder to check out the Bermingham Cameras podcast. We're up to episode 3 now, and we hope that you're all enjoying it and have subscribed. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast platform you listen to. Check it out. If you're interested in photography, it's a fantastic podcast. So Brian, we had loads of announcements in July. What's going on for August?
Yeah, well, as you say, lots of announcements in July. July is normally a quiet time in the photographic trade. I went away on holidays for 2 weeks and I came back to an absolute raft of announcements from lots of different manufacturers. From our point of view, I think they're all very exciting. Some great new models of cameras and lenses announced. Because there's so many, rather than talk about each one individually, we'll just kind of go through them and talk about the models. And we'll let Natasha, we'll make some extra work for her by having her drop in some slides on the screen here with the specifications of the cameras.
Okay. What's up first?
Okay, first is probably the one that has most people excited. It's the announcement of the Sony A7R Mark IV. Now that was totally out of left field and totally unexpected by us. So, but a very nice announcement. Feature pack camera, as you'll see on the screen here now, with Natasha working overdrive here. So we're one of only a handful of stores in the UK and Ireland that can sell it. So we're very excited that that's come out now. At this time, due into us. First stocks are due into us at the end of August. We are operating a pre-order list. As of the time of recording of this, we're into double digits for pre-orders, so big interest in it already. Sony also announced a couple of new lenses. They announced 2 new lenses for full frame cameras, 35mm f1.8 and a 200 to 600mm G lens. Now the 200 to 600mm has particularly got people excited because the price of it is actually cheaper than the 100 to 400 G master lens and has 50% more magnification. We actually have had a small amount of those through already, even though the lens was only announced in early July, but again we still have a waiting list for that at the moment. And the last of the Sony announcements was an announcement that only happened a day or two ago, which was the announcement of the Cybershot RX100 Mark VII, which is an addition to their premium line of compact cameras.
Okay. You got a big box down there. What's in it to show us?
This is the Phaotech AK4500. So these got announced and came into stock in July. So now that we're in August, time to put it in the August update. You can see here, very big box, very impressive on the outside, also very impressive on the inside. It's the latest addition to the Phaotech stabilizers range. It's a kind of top of the range gimbal for people that are recording video on the go with DSLRs.
Okay, great. What else have we got to announce then?
Panasonic announced the development of one of their new full-frame cameras. So to go along in the range with the S1 and S1R, which are currently available from ourselves, you've got the S1H has been announced. Now that particular camera is more aimed at the video side of things, and most of the advancements that have been made by Panasonic have been on the video side of things. The full specification or availability is not available as of yet from Panasonic because it was just a development announcement. Then we had announcements from Fuji as well. Fuji had 2 lenses. They had a lens for X series, a 16 to 80mm f4 lens, which is an all-round zoom lens, which is very handy for a lot of people who have X series cameras. And then they also announced a new lens for the GFX range. It's the 50mm f2 lens, which is again a nice addition to the GFX range of lenses. Now, what next?
Big deep breath. What else?
Canon announced a new lens for their RF system, which is the mirrorless full frame RF system. So a 24 to 240mm, which is a kind of an all-in-one lens. So that's designed to go with the EOS R and RP, which are available there at the moment. And they announced a couple of PowerShot models, which are their compact cameras. The G7X Mark III, which will certainly appeal to a lot of bloggers. The G7X Mark II was kind of adopted as almost the blogger's camera.
Yeah, it was always crowned as the ultimate vlogger camera. Everybody on YouTube, the high-profile vloggers, that's the one that they use. So I'm sure they're going to be all over this in the latest update.
Yeah, absolutely. That's due into us at the end of August. And then a G5X Mark II, which in the actual range sits above the G7X Mark III, but the G7X will probably be the most popular one there out of those two.
Brilliant. Tell me about this guy.
Yeah, okay. So That's called. It's a 360 camera. It's called an Insta360 1X. So it kind of does what it says in the tin. It's designed for people who want to take 360 images. We've found 360 images and 360 video have really taken off over the past few months because of cameras like this. This particular one you can get like the equivalent of a selfie stick for, which likely disappear in the image. So it's really cool. A lot of time people think that these are just for kind of gadget geeks and people that want kind of a new toy to play around with. That is very true, but also we have seen it adopted by the likes of auctioneers, architects, things like that.
Oh, that's clever.
Even seen a couple of mechanics for that are working with engines, like when they're up on the
On
whatever it
those
is.
hydraulic things?
Yeah, on those hydraulic things, and
Wow.
for doing videos of what's inside there. So they can be adopted into a lot of different, kind of work environments, as well as be just something that's a new toy for you.
Fantastic. So is that all the updates? That's an awful lot of announcements. Anything else?
There's still a couple more things here. There's a couple more things in
Yeah.
front of us. What came into stock during July was the Panasonic Lumix G90. So we just got that in. That's going to be the newer version of the G80. It's got a bigger screen, a better viewfinder, better autofocusing and one-stop better low light on the specifications over the G80, and then also slightly better video function as well. And just today, only a few hours before recording this, we got the Tamron new lens, the 17 to 28mm f2.8. That's a very small, light, very high quality wide angle lens for Sony E-mount. So there are a couple of exciting new products that have come into stock into us as well. So I think that's all the stuff there now. But just to remind everybody who's watching this that all of the cashback offers that the manufacturers are running, so the Canon cashbacks, the Sony cashbacks, they will end in at the end of August, and the Nikon instant discounts will end on the 15th of August. So a lot of the offers that are ongoing at the moment will actually end before our next monthly update. So if anything is on your wish list and you're thinking about adding into it, it will be a good time to do it before the end of August.
Brilliant. Thanks, Brian. And a reminder again that the name of our podcast is the Bermingham Cameras Podcast, and it's available on all podcast platforms. So check it out. And as always, if you have any questions, drop into us in store for a chat or check out our website, birminghamcameras.ie. I'm Jules Call, keeping things in focus for Bermingham Cameras.